Okay, we're going to be making a trial pop-up card. So this one you're going to take home today. I'll repeat that. You are taking this home today. You're going to make a pop-up heart card, although some people wanted to make a blob, so I'll show you how to do that too. So we're going to be making this, and you'll take this home today, but it's your practice. So if you make mistakes, this is what you're going to make the mistakes on. All right, you're going to all have a gray card, a white card, and a red card. And the white card is the inside card, the one you're going to cut to make the pop out. And then the gray is the background. And then your red card is going to be your heart. You're going to need a pencil, your scissors, and a glue stick. It's all on the table. All right, first we're going to take the white paper, fold it in half. People call it hamburger, whatever, cutting the length in half through the width. All right, this is what we're going to make our cuts on. We cut the folded side, not the open side. Okay, the folded side is the side we cut. We're going to make two equidistant lines, cuts right like that. So with me, you're going to cut somewhere close to the middle, about an inch, maybe an inch and a half. Don't go more than halfway up, and then you make another one parallel to that, okay, and cut straight up. Now this is where you've made those two cuts. Everybody's got those. Then you're going to fold this. It's very important that you fold your cuts once you get them cut. All right, so I've folded it up. So this is what it looks like. All right, once you get that, I think most of you already know what to do because we worked on it when we worked with the fluorescent index cards the last time you were here. So you're going to open it, and you're going to pop it out, and where you've already folded it, you refold it going the other way. So now we have our pop-up. And from this, we're going to be gluing our heart on the one side or the other. Okay, so set that aside. We're going to take the red card, fold it in half. If you're left-handed, it's easier. I'm just giving you a suggestion. It's easier if you're left-handed to use the folded side on your right and draw your heart on this side. If you're right-handed, we prefer the fold on the left side. To draw your heart, you're going to draw a circle about the size of the tip of your finger or your thumb. Then you draw a line down, kind of looks like a tipped over ice cream cone. So you're going to cut the whole thing out. We're not making a heart pop out, we're doing a heart shape. So then we cut that out. Make sure you roll the card around to make a nice smooth cut. Okay, that's my heart. That I glue right here. Make sure you don't have glue off on the edges. If you do, you'll end up gluing it shut. So you have to make sure that you only put glue where you need it on your heart. And make sure when you put the glue back down, you do put the glue back down before you put the cap back on. Okay, because if you stick the glue back down, put the cap on the glue stick like this, all of it gets stuck in the cap and then it's a wasted glue stick. So make sure you don't have it sticking up when you put the cap back on. So you have to make sure you glue the side that has the pencil marks on it, and only put glue on parts that are going to be on the tab, the portion that pops up. Okay, so make sure you only have that sticking up. All right, and then you press that down, and now I have my, oops, see, it's a little bit too high. That's all right, I can put it a little lower. But once we put it inside this jacket, then it won't stick out so much. Now, really quick, I'll redo that if you're not there yet. So you folded it in half. Make two cuts. 1, 2. What do I do next? Fold it. Good. Then open it. Open sesame. You cut the folded side, pop it back the other way, and fold it again. That's waiting for us to make a heart. If you don't want to make a heart, you can make a splat, is what I guess we were making. Everyone wanted to make a splat because it was kind of a blood red card. So to make a splat, I'll get a Sharpie so you can see, but you just draw it with your pencil. You just draw blobby lines out going like that, okay? And then you cut them, and they don't have to follow it exactly, but you roll the card around to get your squiggly lines. And I'm not even following that line very well. That's all right. And then you cut that out, and then you have a splat, and you can glue that onto your card. Make sure you don't put your overlap here, because then it'll fold your heart or your splat. So you want that up in the air. So let's make sure we only put it where it's going to stick. Only in a small spot. Make sure that sits on the white part. Going up. Then we press it down. And then it's like that. So now we're going to have to take the gray portion, fold that in half, just like the other two. You really want to get your creases exactly right. You don't want to have them overlapping all funky. So let's get that. Now I've got my paper that I'm going to glue one side. Okay, so I take the glue stick and I glue it on this side. All right. Then I'm going to make sure that this folded edge goes into this folded edge and center it top to bottom, and then close it, and then press it into the glue. So now it will work better if you glue both sides and try and put it on. It always comes out crooked, but see, now this fold is actually in that crease. Okay, and then from there we go to this side, and then all we have to do is close it, and that's all in there. But this is where we can test whether or not we want to have a little edge sticking out. Looks like somebody's tongue is sticking out. Splat. But that's just the splatter. Okay, so you can have either a heart or a splatter. But that's how you glue it in. So when you're doing a large card, I want to show you one time what happens when you do it incorrectly. If you do it this way, the whole card gets ruined. Let's see if I actually do it. Anyway, so I've got this. I make my cuts. 1, 2, make my fold. Ta-da. Open it up. Okay, pop it the other way. Now, if I go like this and glue the whole thing, even if I remember not to glue this part, because this will ruin your pop-up if you glue that part, but what happens when you try and put it on the paper this way is you can't get them always to line up. And then when they don't line up, if you don't get it lined up just right, okay, it doesn't close in the right place. So then you've got to keep playing with it, and hopefully you've got glue wet. So a lot of times you end up with a big gap over here. And so this way is fail safe to do one half then the other half. Makes it much easier. Less problems. All right, let's see what this video looks like. Boop.